Hey guys, and how's it going? Last video that you guys saw, we were doing some work on this 1967 112 round fender. We had for those who don't remember, I'm going to go on ahead and go over what we did in the last video. If you can tell, it's a little bit different than it was after the last video ended, and I will explain why. So, in the last video, there was no motor in it. It had a motor sitting in it, but it was just sitting there. We ended up taking the motor out and putting it up here on the bench, up here on my little cart, and we put the head on it, and we tested it, made sure it had compression and everything. It had compression, so we put it in the tractor, put the front shroud on it, and then what we did next, tighten the head down. I can't get the hood open. Tighten the head down, the torque, put a plug in it, see if it'd run, and we got it running on the bench. So we dropped it in the tractor. Haven't checked the oil yet. Hooked it up to gas, and we put the gas tank in. And then we put gas in the tank, fired it up, drove it. We got it running. We took it out and drove it around a little bit. It had some sort of fuel delivery issue. The fuel filter or something was plugging up, so and I think that's where we left off. We were trying to figure out we were putting the side cover on, and then my camera died on me while I was putting the side cover on, and I think that was where we left off. So, and then you can see there's a little bit more. So let's go on ahead, and I will tell you guys what I did. So the camera cut off. I went ahead and I put the front lights were already on it. I went ahead and I wired up the lights. I wired up the tractor. I wired the harness up and everything. As you all can see, I've wired this is the battery terminal. This is a battery terminal and the light switch and everything. It's got a rear light on it now. Put fuel in the tank. It still runs. What did we do? Oh, I changed the fuel line. I put a straight fuel line on it because the other one was kind of twisted and it was older. Put a new fuel line on it. I wired up the tractor, so everything's wired up now. I need to find a battery for it. Once I get a battery for it, we should be able to get it going. I think up next, what we need to do is we are going to end up putting the PTO system on. It's got this right here, but it's missing still there's a spring, a belt, and a couple other things that's still missing. So we got to find all that. I think I have it upstairs, and there's a bucket that came with this. I think it's all in that bucket upstairs. Somebody asked on a post that I put on Facebook, how am I going to wire it? How am I going to wire this tractor up since it doesn't have a generator and it's got a starter? What I did was I went and I got the diagram for a square fender from '68 with the Tecumseh motor, and I used that wiring diagram. It's wired up the exact same as a square fender would be, all except for it has no generator or amp meter, so the amp meter was bypassed. It has there was something else that it didn't have that the square fender has. So it's wired up basically the same as a square fender, all except for a few minor differences, but it's fine. So, and then I think that was one of the only questions that I got asked. So let me run upstairs and I will grab that bucket, bring it down, we'll take a look at it and we'll see what we've got. Went up and I grabbed that box. I'm still kind of missing some stuff out of it, but I think I have enough. I'm to the point now where I can probably put it back together. So we're going to go on ahead and put this piece on first. It's pretty self-explanatory how it goes. This goes here. One side is for your foot, PTO, and the other one goes down to the what's it called, some adjustment. You'll see later. It'll be. So we're going to loosen this. This is one of the bolts that holds this side cover on right there. Hopefully it doesn't come out of place. Let's see. Perfect. So we'll put this top one in first, and then we'll put this bottom one in first. We'll get the bottom bolt stuck in there. Sitting here wondering, does this move? Almost wondering. What's it called? There's a little thing down there that there's a spring that hooks up to. We'll have to dig around once we get down here. I think it's right here. We got this in here though, so let me tighten this down and then we'll come back. Got that all tightened down, so now when we go to put our, this should be pretty easy. We may end up having to grease this setup though. I don't remember how this goes. I think this is backwards, right? Hold on a minute. Yeah. No, wait. Something's not right about this thing. I think that this bottom one, you guys can't even see. I think this bottom one, where's my pliers? I think these are backwards because this should be able to go on there. I think it should be like that, but it can't go on there like that. Hold on. It can't go on there. No, I see. That's the only, unless this is the top one. Okay. Trying to figure this thing out. Can't remember how it goes. I watched a thing on it last night to see how it goes, but I feel like this needs to spin around about maybe 360 degrees. Okay, need something to pry on it with. Here we go. Let's see if we can get this thing to spin around like I want it to. I will be back. There we go. Okay, so I ended up managing to get it. Most likely it's not going to work. But let's see. Yep, look at that. Oh, great. And, oh, here we go. I feel like spinning it around might have messed me up. Although it didn't even seem like it moved. Here we go. Is that how it's supposed to be on there? No. Hold on a minute. Something about this. Actually, Yeah, that is on there right. And this right here is for the safety. This is the lead to the safety, if I'm correct. So, okay, yeah, we have it on there right. So this goes here. This should go under this cover, but it doesn't. Right there. That goes like that. I feel like something here is off. What though? I'm not sure. I think that cover needs to come off. What do you guys think? Apart from that though, I think the safety is gonna come off too. So that's engaged, if I'm correct, right? When you push it, that disengages it, or is it? I forget. So what we need to do is we need to move, most likely we're going to have to remove this cover. Because we got to get this. I'd like to get it under there without pulling that cover off, but I don't think we can. Well, we can pull this top bolt, we can loosen the bottom one. In the video that I watched, the guy didn't have this back cover on here. So I can't judge it. You know what? We should pull that back cover off actually and put this shroud on that's supposed to be right there. Because I never put that on there. Now that I'm thinking about it. But I'm not worried in the least about that. Let's get this loose. And we'll loosen this back bolt too so we can get this cover off. Not off, but I just want to get it so we can move it up a couple inches for now. Ready? Okay, we need to loosen this. Once we loosen it, there we go. Move it up like that. There we go. Now we can get this under here. There we go. Look at that. We figured it out. We're going to leave this up for now. I do not have a belt that I'm aware of for this. Trying to see if is there something not right to you guys, or is it all mounted right? This spring is missing. That's supposed to go here to there. Is this? Oh, look at that. So that's disengaged. That's engaged. That moves. So okay. So it's there pretty much, all except for that moved. So we got to put a thing here. We got to put a thing right there. So we do have a PTO on it now we could use, but I obviously wouldn't advise it. We got to get it. It's pretty well hooked up. Just, I mean, you know, it's on there. It's the thought that counts. It's on there, so it's on there, and I think it looks good with it. And trying to find a pin or something we can snatch. Here we go. There's a washer. Not big enough. There's supposed to be a washer there. Right over there, and I grabbed a little choke rod. This is off an old Tecumseh. I don't have the motor anymore, and the motor it came off, it was no good, so we're gonna bend it up. We're gonna use it. I think I had another one sitting over here too. They both are bent up and not really usable, so I'm just gonna finish them. Oh, here's that one. Somebody had already bent through that one. We're gonna put it. Oh, look at that. Didn't work. We're gonna use this as a pin once it comes. Let's just cut it. Cut this part we can't use off. Oh, come on. Okay, let's go on ahead. See if we can get this thing to go through. We're gonna try it on this one right here first. Went over there and I grabbed a piece off of a Tecumseh. It's an old choke shaft that's no good. Well, correction, it's either a choke shaft or a throttle shaft. I'm pretty sure it's a choke. But we'll find out here. I don't have any pins, so if you don't have a pin, you got to make do with what you got. And this is old and bent up anyway. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's old. It's bent in the wrong place, so there we go. Z-bend. Make it look good. Probably calling me dumb. Watch that dumbass says he destroys that stuff. Well, we also have another one of these around here. Somebody had at one point messed with too. What this was, I'm not 100% sure. I know what it is now. It's a little holder. There we go. Looks rough, but I'm not going to complain. So let me show you guys how this setup works. If I can, oh, I am zoomed out. Ready? This is your PTO. It's a foot control. I think I showed you guys before, but I'm going to show you again now that it's put together. Ready? This is engaged. Hold down, that's engaged. Your belt is tight and it's spinning your mower deck. This up, that is disengaged. Okay? Your mower deck's off. Engaged, disengaged. Can you guys guess? How about now? It's pretty simple. I'm trying to think if there's anything that we got to pull off there to put a belt. I think we could just take the. I think we could just take the. If we were to just pull the pulley off, not the engine pulley, but this pulley. I don't think it's bolted in there. Yeah, it is. Take this out and drop it down. we could get a new belt in there. This moves around more than it should, but it works. I don't think I have a belt for that. Let me see if I do. I don't appear to have one, but you know, that'd actually be really cool. If I had a belt for that, we could put the mower deck on it and mow with it. Although I don't think I'm going to be mowing with this tractor. It's just going to be a show. It's not going to be a show tractor, but it's going to be, I don't know what it's going to be. It's just going to be, it's going to be a tractor. So, put these extra parts back in my bucket. We can put this upstairs. Oh, gas smell. For some reason. Some extra springs. I think we got it all put together right. Smell gas. What do you guys think? What should we do? I kind of want to try to see if we can get it to start up. And if we can, maybe drive it around. Now that we've got that gas delivery issue figured out. But if you guys don't remember, it was running real rough because it wasn't getting gas. Let's move up front. We'll take a look at it. Just came up here and looked, and it appears we've got us some fuel leaking from here. It appears the needle may not have seated. Can't determine where it's coming from. I think it's coming from here. It feels like it's, the bowl's not wet, but this is. I think our needle and seat might be not closing. Couldn't find that disc, but I did have the idea of pull starting it, or not pull starting it, but spinning it over with the PTO on the 73. What do you guys think? Should we do that? Yeah. Okay, I am not gonna lie, it's actually a few days later. When I initially filmed this video, it was 11 o'clock at night, and I thought, well, I'm not gonna take them out there and do that right now. So I decided to wait. Yesterday I didn't really feel like doing much and I wasn't home. So I'm home today. So let's get running here and I'll grab a belt. We'll get that belted up to this, start the 73 up, and get it on. So we're just gonna have to hold. Alright, you guys ready? Let's get this 73 started up. This will be the first start today. Ready? Takes it a second. A little bit cool. We'll let it warm up before we try anything. Let that warm up a little bit. Let's go on ahead and try it now. See how it does. You guys probably want to see this side instead. I don't know why it doesn't want to start. You know what I wonder? I doubt it, but do you think it's possible it's because there's no battery? You know what, I got an idea. I just unplugged the stator. Let's see if it wants to try and run now. Throttle it up a little bit. Understand why it doesn't want to go. It's got everything it needs to run. Does it have compression? I wonder if the carburetor's out of adjustment again. I wish that this would stay in one place, but the brakes on here don't work. And to have it stay, you know what? I just figured that out. Let's try this. I just popped it. I just turned on the locker that turns the parking brake on so that the transmission was disengaged. I'm going to put it in gear. Get it back here a little bit. I'm going to put it in gear and see if it'll hold itself in place. I didn't think of that. Ready? Let's find out. Maybe it's... Okay, so the camera died on me while I was talking. I was saying I was pissed off, and so the camera cut off. I haven't done anything yet, but I was sitting here thinking, I almost wonder if it's getting gas, because if you don't remember, we were having some gas problems. So let's pull the high flow jet, and if we get gas coming out, then yeah, let's say it's getting gas, so that's not our problem. Unless I got an idea. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull this line off the fuel shutoff. Okay? Because I just screwed with this a little bit. I want to see if that fills it up or not. Because that fuel that was in it may have been left in there. Didn't seem like a whole bunch was coming out. So let's see if messing with that does anything. This switch here is on, but just because it's on doesn't mean that that one up there is. Ready? See if it flows any faster. Barely anything now. Let's see if I can't tell a difference. So I don't even think that switch works. But gas is coming from it, I guess, so that's good. Like I said, I don't notice a difference. It is wet. So it is getting fuel. We did hear it firing, so I don't understand what the deal is, because if you don't remember, we had it running earlier. Not in this video, but you know what? I'm gonna go on ahead and end the video here because I think this is a little bit long, and then we'll figure it out in the next video. So I'm gonna leave you guys on a little cliffhanger. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.